Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk. And if you've ever been here before, welcome.
Welcome back.
Yes, indeed, welcome back. Today's episode is about AMC, ticker symbol.
AMC.
Easy enough, right?
Our favorite stock of all time. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely our favorite. But I don't know. Like, part of me feels like I'm serious when I say that, and part of me knows it's sarcasm.
Part of me feels like it's a form of Stockholm.
It's like, yeah, it's a weird addiction. It's stupid stock. Anywho.
Yes, AMC. So a lot has happened since our last AMC update, right?
Yeah. Our last AMC update was September 26th. Was released September 26th.
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago. And it's November 9th today, so...
I was meaning to do one. I wanted to do one episode, but we ended up doing a bunch of other ones. But I wanted to do one like a week or two before the earnings, just like as an update. But whatever, now this is like an update / we could talk about the earnings and some other news.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done enough. What is that, like 6 weeks?
Right. And if you look up AMC now, it says AMC stock plunged more than 19% after filing for at-the-market sale up to $350 million in common shares. And I was like, shenanigans. If you shenan once, you're gonna shenan again.
Oh, yeah. What happened today?
Yeah, that was from today.
Yeah. I mean, it was
350 million.
350 million. I don't know why in my mind I was thinking 325, 350.
Yeah, and interesting because that came right after the earnings call was positive. So it's like, we're going to have a positive earnings call. Yeah. No, tank.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier too. I was like, what the hell's the point of that? Like, why would you? I don't understand why you wouldn't mention that in an earnings call. Literally the day before was an earnings call, and then you just wake up the next day and they're doing a $350 million share offering at $10. So it's like 35 million shares.
Yeah. I don't know if they've dumped them on the market yet.
I don't know, but everyone was
doesn't really look like it. Doesn't look like they're out yet, but I think they filed for it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. The majority of people were expecting to wake up and see, I don't know, like a 14, maybe $15 AMC.
It could have. I mean, they had a higher earnings per share, right? And they beat estimates or something like that.
This is the best. This was the best Q3 earnings call in the 103-year history.
I did read that in the transcript for the earnings call. I'm like, Aron, saying big things, doing sneaky things.
Yeah, so they beat their so I believe it was Zacks had an earnings. It was the revenue earnings was like 1.19 billion, I think it was, and then like the average high, I think it was like 1.35 billion, and then they ended up doing just north of 1.4 billion in revenue.
Yeah, I have here AMC posting revenues exceeding 1.4 billion. Adjusted of 194 million and positive net of 12 million. So,
and they have, I believe it's $769 million in cash reserves, but now after today, another $350 million. I don't know what they're planning on doing with the $1.1 billion. If they're planning on paying off debt.
Yeah, I mean, there's speculation that they're doing this mostly just to get ahead of the debt curve. I mean, okay. But like you said before, why not mention it,
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like, surprise, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, look at like their numbers. Literally, the total revenue for a quarter increased by 41.2% compared to Q3 of 2022, which was horrible. But yeah, this was driven by an attendance increase of 34.4%, which is helped by an increase in our market share Yeah. And then the admissions revenue per patron increased by 4.8%, and food and beverage revenue per patron increased by 4.1%. Always a little bit of for cover for
Yeah.
inflation.
But you know what? I was also thinking about this from our earlier conversation. I didn't mention it. I kind of started mentioning it, but I think that they're really strapped. They're trying to make money for other endeavors. But still the whole like not letting people know thing is a little sketchy, but maybe they're trying to raise money not only for their debt, but also there's like there's multiple things that AMC is trying to do to have a greater ROI.
Hmm.
And I mean, overall, I think I read something like this. Adam said that like attendance has, lessened, but profitability has heightened. And so, you know, like attendance to movie theaters has declined in some way, but profit from the movie theaters has risen. But also that's contributed to like selling merch, selling
Yeah. Well,
food
here they
and stuff like
intended
that.
34%.
You said what?
There was an attendance increase of 34.4%.
Yeah, I read that. So half of the transcript said there was an increase, but before they started mentioning the increases, he goes, "Well, attendance has dropped." And I'm like, well, okay. So it's kind of like it's kind of confusing the transcript or whatever he was saying.
Yeah. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. We ended the quarter with a cash and cash equivalents of 729.7 million operating cash generated. Um, Cash from operating activities and deducting capital expenditures before both debt service costs and deferred rent payback was a positive 109 million, and an improvement of 288 million compared to quarter three of 2022. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I don't
this
know.
was killer quarter. And quarter four is going to be even better because it's going to be more Taylor Swift numbers. So this was like numbers for September, October, November, as you know, because it's no, September, October, November, December. It would have been no. This would have been what, August, September, October.
Yeah, but Taylor Swift was primarily October numbers. So
Yeah,
I mean, there'll be a little bit of Taylor Swift after the fact, but
yeah.
they still I don't know when Beyonce's coming out because he did mention Beyonce.
December 1st. Yeah, the ticket sales they've already started pre-sales.
Yeah, and then he also mentioned that that's the new trend that they're going to continue with like concert movies, uh
Hmm.
high ticket names, but
I hope they.
they didn't really list any names. They just said Taylor Swift and Beyonce. So
Yeah, I hope they also continue with stand-up comedians. Like they have Dane Cook now. That'd be cool if they could continue with that. Maybe get like Gabrielle Iglesias
well,
or
my
get like.
question is Dane Cook, he saw like it's solidified that he's doing that, or is it still speculation?
Yeah, no. They said that they're doing it. I mean, they literally were tweeting at each other, and then
Yeah,
they were
but that
like, "Yeah,
still was that was like let's talk, not this is happening.
no. I'm pretty sure it's happening." Yeah, but um, that would be really cool though if that was like the start of also doing stand-up comedy, like you could see in a theater.
That'd
That'd be
be
cool.
nice. I mean, you already have theaters that you can see stand-up comedy in, but I guess if you want to watch the movie versions.
Yeah, maybe it could be like a mixture. Like you could do like for the tour overall. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, Taylor Swift. Like yeah, it's the concert, but it's also like things probably like during the tour, like back scene, blah blah blah, footage, da da da. Like hey, your favorite comedian. I don't know who's one now. What's that guy's name? Jeff Dirt. What's his name? Jeff, stand-up comedian Jeff Dunham. Dunham.
Dunham, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Jeff Dunham, Gabrielle Iglesias, whatever. Dave
I
Chappelle.
mean, is
Yeah,
Netflix
he's
gonna
on
come out of the
Netflix.
cut and be like, you're encroaching in our turf?
Mm, I
Netflix
don't know,
loves to
but
do stand-up specials.
I'm waiting for AMC to do more. But yeah, no,
AMC is also pouring a lot of money into upgrading its screens.
yes, I've heard. Well,
I think
probably.
they're trying to match like IMAX standards, so they've been working on that.
Mm,
And consolidating movie theaters into super movie theaters, which have been, tripling the profit of the prior movie theaters.
Hmm.
So, and then I remember you telling me about the popcorn coming to Walmart. And I'm like, if not Walmart,
Yeah,
Amazon.
it was already in Walmart, and then
Yeah,
now they're gonna that they also have a partnership with, I forget the company's name. It's like a holding company, Kroger or something, I think.
Kroger. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like I think it's like a holdings company
No,
that
it's a
well,
grocery store.
no, but I believe they have 12 different brands under them. So I don't know if
Oh,
it's like a
maybe, yeah.
company for
Mm.
like supermarket chains throughout the company, because I did read something like that. I'm just assuming it's a
Hold
holdings
on.
company because it mentioned having subsidiaries or being like
I mean, I'm
they
sure
have
it does.
12, they have these like Kroger represents 12 brands of grocery stores around the country, but I don't know exactly which ones, but I just read that very briefly.
Yeah, it says over the next 2 months, we will be rolling out AMC Perfectly Popcorn to Kroger stores, including their approximately 1 dozen brands of supermarkets around the country. And before Christmas, we expect to be placing it on the shelves of all public supermarkets as well, all public supermarkets. And if all
Yeah,
goes according to plan, by Black Friday of this month, the day after Thanksgiving, AMC Perfectly Popcorn will be available nationwide on Amazon.com as well. So, I
yeah,
mean,
Amazon. That was the other part.
yeah, they are trying to make moves. Um, I thought it was
Yeah,
funny how he was like, he was talking about, um, we will also be introducing a new line of AMC conceived and branded gourmet chocolate candies called AMC, and then it says inaudible. And it's like our first SKU will be chocolate covered pretzels, chocolate covered almonds, chocolate covered peanuts, and chocolate covered raisins. Essentially, our learning at this company in this area is that just about anything tastes a whole lot better if covered in chocolate. And I was like, you know what? That's true. Not that I can eat chocolate anymore. I loved it when I could, but chocolate everything.
mm, yeah. I mean, I guess it'll bring in revenue, but
Yeah.
nothing crazy. But I guess it's something. I don't know. AMC.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I wanted to mention. It's laser projection upgrade. Um Ongoing transition to laser projectors at our theaters. They increase on-screen light levels by 50% from 50% to 100%. As a result, the images on the silver screen are getting sharper and brighter as every week passes. By the end of 2023, AMC will have converted more than 37% of our auditoriums across the United States to laser projection. Not only does this deliver improved picture contrast, more vivid color, and greater picture brightness for our guests, this is the biggest single screen. This is the biggest single green initiative ever undertaken by AMC. Laser projection is environmentally friendly because it eliminates the problem of having used xenon bulbs, and it brings a significant reduction to our energy consumption efforts as we show movies to movie viewers. So saves money on electricity, makes better movies. I mean, win-win. The only loss is like it takes time and revenue to get it going.
True. We'll need an
So
upgrade.
the one over here.
No, I'm just saying in general. I guess they need an upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was pretty
People
cool.
are,
I mean,
people are definitely going back to the movies.
yeah.
Barbie was over $1 billion. Oppenheimer killed it. Friday Night with Freddy's killed it. Um, what's it called? Um, the other movie, Friday Night Freddy, the Taylor Swift movie, of course. I think they made $50 million in merchandise,
I have that somewhere.
like a net profit of 50 million, and the Taylor Swift merchandise.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, and now a $350 million share offering today to tank the stock.
Yes, but I don't think this is the end. I think it's just a bounce because I think they're counting on the positive earnings to help stabilize it. So you go up and then you go down again, and then maybe you come right kind of back in the middle once everything is said and done. Because what was the inflow today? What was the inflow?
Oh God, the inflow. Let me check. Oh, well, like the volume, I don't even.
Yeah, inflow
What's
119 versus outflow of 86. So I mean, the stock
what was,
dropped, but
what was
tons
the
of people were
volume?
buying in.
What was the volume?
The volume
Was 65 million
22.59 million average volume.
average, but today.
I'm trying to see it. I can't see it.
Oh, let me check.
It's not showing on my thing. Oh,
63.24
63.24
million.
million.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's like basically triple the average 3 month volume was today. And it was mostly inflow.
Right. So I'm like,
65% inflow on 65 million shares. I said 63 million, 65.
um, no, I don't see it. I don't know why my screen is glitching, so I cannot see anything.
63.24 million. So 63.24 and the average 3 month was 20 something. 20 3 month. Where are you? 22.59. Well, it was lower earlier, but now today it raised the average because it basically almost did 3 times the average volume. But technically, it did before today. That would have been considered 3 times because the 3 months average before today was like 20 million, and then like even last week it was lower. It was like 19 point something million.
I
So
mean,
the
with the
average,
way it was trading today, I don't know why, other than maybe it being shorted off of news, like it shouldn't have tanked as much as it has done because the shares did not hit the market yet.
yeah, but
The shares didn't hit the market yet, and there were more buys than sells. That's what my app is showing me.
that's usually how it is, though. When an offering comes in, tank stock price always tanks. Um, but yeah, the average 3 month volume over the last week has been increasing by like 3 million in the last like week.
Hmm. Well, we'll see what happens. I think this will bounce back until the shares
Yeah,
hit the market. And once the shares hit the market,
I mean, it went from okay, so the low was what 705, and then it went on a run to 11 plus. Our last episode, it opened at 792 on September 26th. October 12th would put that 15 days later, it ran to 1117. Then it dropped back down to 891 on October 23rd, which would have been 11 days later. 13 days later, it ran to 1143 on November 6th. So this is all happening since our last episode. And those are what, one, two, three, like $350+ runs between September 26th and November 6th. So what is that? Like 40 days, you have three plus dollar runs. Then it went down to $8 from 11.43. Earlier this week, it was over at $11 on Monday, which would have been November 6th. It went to 11.43. Now it tanked because of news of the $350 million share offering. It went down to $8 today. It quickly rebounded, went over to $9, kind of dropped back down again, started trading around 830 to 850, and today it closed out at 871 at the time of this recording, which is the day that they had the share offering, which is Thursday, November 9th. We're sitting at 8:59 after hours. So if you ask me, based off of all of these patterns, since we've seen 705 and since our last video of 792, you've seen three 40% pumps in 5 weeks. So if you're telling me 860, maybe even 850 is like a good bottom, I could see this running at $13 soon. I mean that is technically a lower low. It hasn't gone to 705. It hasn't gone to 792 in the last 6 weeks. It's been trading over $10 plus. If you ask me, it's still bullish. The price action. It's not making lower lows, but it's still continuing to trade.
Mm-hmm.
And even when the stock gets its ass whooped, like today, it's still holding at 860, 870.
Yeah.
It's not hasn't returned to 792. It hasn't returned to 705. Could it happen? Yes. But as far as I'm concerned, this is still making higher lows. And once I think it can break out into the teens, I think it's going to go on a run to 20, maybe 25, like a good pump. I think once it can break into like that, just that pre-teen level, like 13-ish,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna have like a nice 70, 80% pump. Whether it's a 1 day or 1 week, I think it's gonna have a nice pump. Stock's been out getting its ass whooped, but it's still making higher lows. So
Yeah, I just wish I'm like looking at all the charts. I'm like, why isn't the balance sheet out yet? I want to see what the
yeah, I guess they
what's been
dragged their
going on
feet
with. Yeah,
because I'm looking at it, yeah, right now, and there's nothing for Q3. Numbers came out yesterday. I mean, we have some numbers, but I haven't seen cash flow. I haven't seen their balance, like yeah, assets and liabilities. I've seen their income, their net income, their revenue, all their numbers for specific things and future plans. But we've seen EPS and net margin.
I'm just like,
But
okay, things I'm gonna guesstimate. ROA, it's gone up. I'm gonna just guess it's gone up a little bit. Um, let's see. EPS, it's gone up a little bit. Margin trending is up.
their net margins I think, are up because they're pretty close to turning profit. I think in the next
Their debt to
earning,
assets been going down.
yeah,
Their
if they
B
can do those two things, once they say like, "Hey, our debt to asset is like way better, and we have way less debt," like they actually use this $1 billion to just be like slice slash slash slash.
that's the plan speculatively, but
I
I
mean, say a
we
couple
don't
hundred
know
million.
what he's about to do.
They should definitely keep like a few 100 million, like keep at least 300 million, 400 million.
Cash reserves.
Yeah, and then keep at least $250 million at least, and then use the other 600 million, 700 million. You're at 1.1, a little over 1.1 billion. I'd use 700 million. Start paying off some debts. I mean, I think they have interest free debt basically paid off until like 2027. So even if they
Mhm.
wanted to go bankrupt, it wouldn't happen for at least 4 more years.
Yeah. I mean,
But the way it's looking,
yeah. They're really it seems like from the transcript that they're concerned with keeping their cash reserves robust. So I don't know. It kind of seems like someone who I feel like a lot of the moves they're making are very like conservative,
yeah.
financially conservative, but
Hmm.
I don't know. They're not letting all their cards be shown yet, I guess. I don't know. It's news to me. Everybody, like, why not mention it in the earnings call?
Yeah, it was kind of like
It makes me think that there's something else going on. Like, we want to make some moves under wraps, but you seem like a loose cannon when you make moves without informing investors.
hmm
Yeah. It's fun. Oh, I forgot. Remember, yeah, the other day I told you some company came out and slashed their earnings estimate on AMC because of possibly dilution, and I should have thought of that earlier today. That should have
hmm
been like a little flag.
yeah.
How would they know about that already? Like, how would they know that ahead of time?
But yeah, I think if one more, so this would be the second positive earnings in a row. Yeah, their second positive EPS, earnings per share. Their second positive. I mean,
Yeah,
they've had a lot of other positive stuff. Their net income two, three in a row. Their
but it's
operating
been
over and over. But EPS is two in a row. I think if they can string three together, which they're going to beat next earnings again. Next earnings call, if you ask me. I mean, Beyonce is going to bring in the numbers, and then these are the like will be the tail end of the Taylor movie. And then you have the Friday Nights and Freddy's. Actually, that killed it. That did really good numbers.
they haven't
Uh,
had positive since Q1 of 2022, and then Q2 of 2023, and so then Q3 of 2023, I guess.
so yeah, I think at three in a row, then I think things will start to turn around for the stock.
Yeah.
So that would put us in the next earnings. I think will probably be like the second week of January, which would be Q4 numbers. So I'd say, who knows? Maybe we could see a little pump in late January, like AMC used to do. I remember in late January.
I was scrolling on the internet and I saw this random thing about Michael Burry buying AMC. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I would have to investigate that some more.
I heard a couple of things, but I was like, oh, there's so many rumors.
There's so many rumors.
If that was true, AMC would. I'm not saying like fuck crazy, 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 crazy numbers, but
You know what? I wonder what would the numbers be if the US took on the trend like South Korea and banned the short selling for a period of time? Because they have done it before historically. They have
30 trading days. Imagine.
for 30 trading days just ban short. The
Just see what
market
happens.
the market would go up. There would be a loss of liquidity. These are all my guesstimations. There would be a loss of liquidity. The markets would shoot up. AMC would reach a number that we don't know what it would look like. And I think that is one reason why they would not do that.
GameStop too.
GameStop too. But how many
I can't.
synthetics? They've been finding synthetics everywhere lately. It's just been coming out. So it's like,
Yeah.
what is going to happen? So
Man, I would love to get some GameStop as well, right? It went from 12 down way down to 12.9, ran back to 14.40 and sitting back at 12.70. Oof, GameStop. But anyways,
yeah. You have anything else you want to say on AMC?
no, other than let's hope for a reversal.
I'm like, it gives me a little bit of time to buy the dip. So I'm not crying. I know it's gonna go up.
It
But
keeps pushing into the 11s. So I think if we can break into the low teens, it's gonna have a nice little push.
yeah, definitely. Well, that's
But anyway,
AMC.
that is the AMC update.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back. If you're new, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. You know, stay safe. The world's crazy out there. Stay classy.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to see you back. I'm a rambler. What else should I say? What else should I say? If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you eat something delicious. We'll probably update before that.
For AMC, yeah, I was gonna say that we should try to do an AMC update once a month instead of like every 6 weeks.
It's
Unless
kind of the
something crazy
same.
before then, but
2
I guess I'm.
weeks, tomato.
But anyways, yeah, I keep getting messages, so my phone
Anyway,
and my iPad. Yeah, so that's that. Let's hope for a reversal, and thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. That's another one in the books.
bye.
Good afternoon and a great night. Take care. Bye.
Let's get ready to rumble. Can you hear me?
No, not at all.
Okay. Okay. All the sauce.
It was awkward. It's always awkward. No, I'm just kidding. It's awkward.
I feel like I look like Sarah from Land Before Time.
One more coffee.
The
I thought,
sun.
I thought I had a sip. Mm,
With this hair, I've never done this hair before, but
me either.
I'm on my dinosaur vibe.
I'm gonna shave my head. Soon. So sad.
You thought you had a sip and you drank the whole cup.
Yeah. At least I have water.
Technology is so difficult these days. I mean, it's all user friendly.
Are you an Aquarius rising?
I'm a
Pisces moon.
Gemini. I'm a Gemini climbing and a Sagittarius swinging.
Anywho's. Ready? 3, 2.